here, and today we're talking about the Nintendo problem.
How is this solely a Nintendo problem when PlayStation 5 has the same exact thing in regards to license keys, DRM? You have to synchronize the disk drive. Xbox, you have to sync it online just so you can use the damn thing. Steam has DRM. So what are you talking about? As far as I'm concerned, this is an industry problem. Oh, but PlayStation 5, they put it on the disc. Well, guess what? It still doesn't matter because you have to synchronize your disk drive online. So let's say in the inevitable future, 10, 15 years from now, and Sony don't support the damn thing and your disk drive gives out, well, guess what? That means you won't be able to use your physical games on your PlayStation 5 because you have to sync it to the console. What are you people talking about? Oh, but it's on a CD. It doesn't even matter at this point. It's bottlenecked by its very own disk drive. At the end of the day, you people ain't picking up nothing but license keys. If you want a retro collection, if you want to collect video games, then you're going to go as far to go buy older consoles or maybe possibly the Nintendo Switch 1. That is it. This is not just a Nintendo problem.
The game card key issue, because it's actually getting a lot worse. So we just had the Nintendo Partner Showcase, and it sucked. I made a video saying that when you bought a Nintendo Switch 1, you got to actually own your games.
Here we go.
They had physical games more than anybody else. Even a lot of times, if a game was...
Oh, really? I wouldn't even go as far to say that because now Nintendo's even bricking people just for dumping games on Switch, which is also going to impact, that's right, guys, the used gaming market. So even the games that you purchase, you have to be very careful about because if you buy one and somebody used that specific cartridge to dump something online, well, guess what? Then you could possibly brick your Nintendo Switch. At the end of the day, Nintendo is single-handedly trying to destroy the used gaming market, and people wonder why. GameStop, why do you think this is happening? Because these companies don't want you to own anything. They want you to support and give your money to their ecosystem. This is where gaming is going. This is why Microsoft came up with Game Pass in the first place. They don't even want you buying games. Maybe you guys are right. Maybe that's why Xbox gamers don't buy them because maybe they know they don't actually own them and it's tied to the service anyway, no matter where you go.
Digital on PlayStation 5, digital only on Xbox. If you bought it on the Nintendo Switch, even if it was downgraded, even if it had to make some sacrifices, a lot of people like the fact that playing Persona or Final Fantasy...
So it's fine to buy digital games on PlayStation 5 and Xbox, but it isn't fine to buy digital games on the Nintendo Switch? That sounds like hypocrisy to me.
Dragon Quest, this is the full game. This is the cart. You can lend it to your friend.
But the problem was with that, some of these games are not even that functional. I mean, look no further than Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Those games even barely work well without the patch and the update. So I'm just saying, as long as I guess you have these games installed to the console, well then by all means, then yes. But if you have a huge collection like most real gamers do, you're not going to be able to have that storage. You're going to delete the storage, put some other game on there, update that game, and there goes that Pokemon Scarlet and Violet update. Now I got to play the game at 10 FPS because Nintendo no longer supports the Switch 1 with updates, so now I'm stuck with Pokemon Scarlet and Violet when the games are broken. This is why another reason as to why people say stop releasing games broken, because that also plays into that.
Play it offline, you could play it on a plane, you could sell it. You own this game. Whereas with the Nintendo Switch 2, more and more games are digital only. Even if you buy a box, it's not really actually there. The box is empty. It has a little cartridge that putting it into the system downloads the entirety of it off the internet.
Okay.
Now, for people who think this isn't a big deal, Nintendo themselves has
well, clearly it isn't if it took you guys this long to realize this. Where were you guys during the PS4 and Xbox One when they were doing this game, when they were doing these things? Oh, that's right. You guys was accepting mediocrity out here defending these companies. That's what y'all was doing. Now it's gone to the point where it's so bad that now everybody and their mama want to speak up about the fact that they don't own the games that they're purchasing.
Admit that this has been a bit catastrophic. The early sales for Nintendo Switch 2 games are lower than their lowest expectations. And I love it.
Wrong, because the Nintendo Switch games are doing fine. What are you talking about? You mean third party? Yes, in regards to third party, yes. There's probably a lot of factors. I think it's less so the game keycard. It has more to do with the fact that why would I spend $60 on Hitman when it's just a port of a game that I already have access to? People are still buying it. Nobody's going to want to care enough to buy these on Switch 2. That's another reason. And I do think the game keycard situation does play a part in that. But Hitman is also an online-only game on PS4 and 5. Okay? It has the same philosophy. So this is why I'm kind of like, huh? Like, what are you talking about? You go as far to say Switch 2 games, but yet Donkey Kong Bonanza and Mario Kart World are doing well. They sold pretty well, considering how many consoles they sold, right? So that just goes to show you that Nintendo only cares about their own games.
Is coming down to the fact that people don't want to buy digital games.
But I thought we picked up Switch 2 for exclusives. What are you complaining? Games, I see your point. Didn't you guys say we buy platforms for exclusives? Why are you guys out here crying about third-party games not on the cartridge? I thought y'all didn't buy Switch 2s. I thought you picked up a platform for exclusives. Just to find out that you even want third-party games on the cartridge. GameStar with another W. You just proved my point again. All you exclusive game lovers out there. Because if it mattered about exclusives, we wouldn't be out here crying about third-party games being on a game key card, would we? Exactly.
Basically, nobody is actually interested in, if I already own Yakuza Kiwami 2 on my PlayStation 5, and I love it on my PlayStation 5, why would I buy it digitally on the Nintendo Switch 2? If I'm buying it for full price, I want to double dip to get an actual physical cartridge for my collection. Let's take a look at some replies, because I can now confirm pretty much everything at that Nintendo Direct was digital. Everything, literally every single game. And I feel like people are starting to get incredibly annoyed because this is specifically a Nintendo problem that they solved and now they're going back on. You have to understand your target demographic. Look, I'm a gaming YouTuber. I make gaming YouTube videos all day long, right? I know my demographic. You guys want to see me talk about good, bad video games, right? That's it. That's all I'm going to do.
Well, what about Xbox is dead?
Yes, I'm obsessed with other stuff. I read a lot of books. I'm obsessed with Superman. I'm obsessed with working out, even though I have these teeny tiny muscles. I will never make videos about working out because you guys don't care. You have to understand your target demographic.
Oh, yeah.
They know.
And the vast majority of it is PlayStation fanboys that think Xbox is dead.
This is a mistake. Nintendo is a smart company that's made billions and billions of dollars.
This is not a mistake to Nintendo because all this is going to do is incentivize people to buy their exclusive games only. Like I said, they're back to the N64. It's either get in or get out. This is exactly what Nintendo's doing. If anything, them having this lackluster third party of game keycards is only going to incentivize their own games, which they're going to get full profit on. You think Nintendo really cares? Oh, but we're going to boycott these game keycards while you proceed to give the same company that came up with the idea of game keycards for exclusive games that they're making for y'all. Nintendo's laughing at you dummies. I go as far to say they don't even buy Switch exclusives at this point. You're like, I don't know why Nintendo's not doing nothing. We ain't buying game keycards because you're still buying their games. You big dummy. You think they care if you buy Octopath Traveler? No, they don't. They just care enough if you buy their games. So if you guys want to really make a statement, then maybe you should stop buying Switch 2 exclusives, regardless if it's on the cartridge. You're like, oh, snap games, I see your point. Imagine boycotting something and then saying, and the way you boycott the company is by still giving them your money. You guys are a bunch of fools. Oh, I'm boycotting all these game key cards. It's working. Have you guys noticed that nothing's changing? You want to make a real impact? I recommend you guys don't buy no Nintendo Switch exclusives. You let Nintendo know that we don't like how you're doing this with all video gaming, and they might change their tune. But if you're going to sit there and boycott all these other third party, and don't boycott the source as to why this is happening in the first place, Nintendo going to be like, we don't care. We're still getting our 10, 20 million for Legend of Zelda or Pokemon. We don't care because we're still getting money out of you so-called boycott lovers.
They know that you're pissed. They know this is screwing people over, and they just don't care. Like, this is the crazy part.
Why would they care? We already know why they don't, but why do you guys think that these companies care? They never did. They set y'all up for failure.
About this is that they truly are just at a point where they're shrugging their shoulders and saying, we don't care if it's lower sales, we don't care if it's less hype, we don't care if it's lower engagement, it's still a profit to us. Oh my god. Key card, when will they learn? Wait, so you get a cartridge for the Nintendo Switch 1.
Why would they learn? You guys are still buying their exclusives. Why would they learn?
You just cannot get an actual physical game on Nintendo Switch 2.
Because out of every Nintendo game that has came out, it has been on the cartridge. Only in regards to third party. Like I said, I'm not going to have people spin narratives to fit their agenda. Nintendo, if anything, has put the games on a cartridge. You guys have more of a problem with third party, and you have a problem that Nintendo has came up with this new resolution for these third party companies that don't want to spend the money by putting the games on a cartridge. You guys are mad. Well, it's like you're mad at the right people, but then you're also mad at the wrong people because Nintendo did incorporate it. So I understand the whole argument, but the third party are the ones still doing it. They're the ones still doing it. So they're both kind of at fault. But at the same time, Nintendo probably only came with the game key card because they didn't want third party to miss the platform. Because you guys are complaining about the game key card, but third party probably said, well, if you don't do this, we're not making games for you. So Nintendo's like, okay, well, we'll just do game key cards then. You know what I mean? So it was to help third party, and you guys are not happy with that. At the end of the day, the third party company had to decide if they want to put this on a cartridge or not. So regardless if y'all want to hate Nintendo for incorporating this idea for their platform, well, guess what? The third party had to do it. They still didn't think about y'all. And I'm telling you, as big as games are becoming, it's only going to get worse. So now we know the Switch 3 was going to most definitely be all digital. We know that. Just because of what y'all complaining about now, this was a problem going into the Switch 1. I knew it was going to continue to be a problem with the Switch 2, and it's only going to continue to be a problem if they decide to come out with a Switch 3 when games are much more bigger and massive. I'm not surprised. Or should I say, I'm not shocked, even though I have it in the title of this video, because guess what? There's nothing to be shocked about. The proof was right there in front of you.
Which is baffling. This is the thing they've done best. I'm so blown away that it's literally every single game. Dragon Ball Z Sparking Zero is a game card key. Another way to actually explain this is that Nintendo thinks, oh, it doesn't matter. The piggies will slurp that slop up. It doesn't need to be physical. It doesn't need to be discounted.
Nintendo has no involvement as to what these companies are doing. These companies are choosing to opt out. And what's crazy about this game key cards, I mean, clearly there's a huge manufacturing fee with these cartridges because I feel like Sparking could have fit on the cartridge. You know what I'm saying? They could have probably, I don't know why they couldn't get that for that game. It's not the biggest file size, but still, they could have got that. But I think they don't want to pay for that manufacturing fee. They don't want to pay for it. That's why, if you notice, we went from cartridges to CDs. Because why? Because CDs hold more data. Now you got, this was bound to happen.
Need to actually be there. Nintendo just thinks that they can get away with anything. And I have to admit that this hubris...
Nintendo's not the one doing this.
This ego, this amount of gutsy, bad business practice, it's bad even for Nintendo. God, every account is just tweeting out about it. Nintendo deals...
But I thought you guys didn't care about third party. Why do y'all care so much? What are you guys honestly crying about? This is not a Nintendo game. This is an Atlas Sega game. What are y'all crying about? I thought you picked it up for exclusives. If you picked it up for exclusives like you guys claim, well, guess what? That wouldn't be a problem, would it? So even Nintendo gamers, as much as you say we love our exclusives, clearly you don't love them that much. Because if you picked up your platform solely for exclusives, you wouldn't be crying about that. Because Nintendo is putting their very own personal games on the cartridge as of right now currently. I don't know if that will change in the inevitable future, but as of right now, they're putting their own intellectual property on the cartridge. I don't understand how you guys say that, oh, Switch, we love Nintendo because it's on the Switch 2, they put it on the cartridge, and we love exclusives, to talking about third-party games. It's like you guys lose this exclusive argument every single day. GameStop with another W. Oh, we buy Switch 2 for exclusives. Are you sure? Because all these games you crying about is third party.
Codes for games, and I install it. So typically what I do is I'll play it digitally first, and I love it. It's great. I make a video about it, stuff like that. But later on, when I see a physical copy of it, especially if it goes on sale, I double dip.
Oh, really? So there you go. You're responsible for that. Because I thought you support the devs. That's not supporting the devs. Buying the game used, discounted price. I thought PlayStation fans supported the devs. No wonder they're doing this. Because you're not giving them the full amount of money of what they put within the game's budget. People like you are the problem with the industry. I hate to say it, and I'm only saying it in this way so you guys can understand it from different perspectives. I'm not saying I don't do the same thing either. But I don't take this moral compass and say, I support the devs and this. I don't care about any of these companies. I'm going to keep it 100 on y'all. But y'all, this whole lies that you guys have made, oh, we support the devs just so you can buy their games discounted, is the reason why you got these game key cards in the first place. Remember when gamers boycotted EA for the online pass, when EA told you that we're not making enough money out of our games, we need people to buy them new. And what did y'all did? You bought them used. And then you got mad at EA. Like I said, man, we might not like EA, but they've been saying a lot of truthful things. Multiplayer is the future of gaming. Every game that's popular is multiplayer, right? You guys hate EA so much, but yet EA is telling y'all the truth. Now you're doing it with Ubisoft. Yeah, you better get used to not owning your games, people. I can't stand you, Ubisoft, for saying that. When we're complaining about the same thing Ubisoft mentioned to y'all. How are you guys mad at Ubisoft for telling you that you better get used to not owning your games? And this is exactly what you guys are complaining about. It seems like you guys don't want to live in reality. Take this information, learn from it, and say, you know what? I'm going to screw the customers over. I mean, customers. Sounding like Nintendo right now. The consumers. The companies. But now these companies saying, no, now we're going to screw you.
Or if it's a game I really, really want and I didn't review it, a lot of times I'll wait until I see it for sale, and I
keyword, for sale. So much for supporting the devs, huh?
buy it. I mean, a huge chunk of my physical collection is because it is cool that I can just have a case full of games, pop them in while I'm traveling for work.
Well, guess what? Companies don't care about that.
Instantly be playing it. No installs, no downloads, just pure Nintendo goodness. Nintendo has truly abandoned the essential thing that made them unique.
What? Abandoned? Nintendo the only one doing it? Bruh, listen, man. I get it, guys. I understand. I don't like the game. But like I told y'all before, like I'm fine with criticism and all that, but this is stupid. What are you talking about? Nintendo's the only one doing it. Huh?
Playing it. No installs, no downloads, just pure Nintendo goodness.
Yeah, pure Nintendo goodness. Mario Kart World and Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Nintendo has truly abandoned the essential thing that made them unique.
How is Nintendo abandoning it? It's third party, you big dummy. Oh, it's Nintendo, they're abandoning it. Donkey Kong Bonanza and Mario Kart World is on the cartridge. Every other third party ain't. How did Nintendo, now mind, I'm not saying they aren't, they are most definitely in the inevitable future, but I'm saying as of right now, currently, Nintendo's the only one putting their games on the cartridge. What are you talking about? Oh, they abandoned it. What do you mean? This ain't even a Nintendo game. Like, come on, man. If you're going to be critical about something, at least be respectable and honest as to your criticism.
Just the good games, but just the fact that they were the people that seemed to actually care about.
Oh, they cared. A multi-billion-dollar company care about. You believe those lies? You really believe that? You thought Nintendo actually gave a damn about how you people felt? And all they did was pull the carpet on you. Oh, put game key cards. We don't care. As long as you're buying us, we don't care about everybody else.
Fans want it. And now...
I thought you fans wanted exclusives. But yet we out here complaining about third-party games not on the cartridge.
Backtracking on their core awesome promise.
How did Nintendo backtrack on their... What? Like I've said before, buddy, Nintendo has it on the cartridge. What are you talking about? This ain't even a Nintendo game. Nintendo has nothing to do as to why Persona 3 Reload ain't on the cartridge. You need to take that up with Sega and Atlas. Like, bro, listen, man.
How do you feel that game?
I don't feel nothing. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed this video, man. Like I said, go retro. I told you, get everything you need. Game of 23. Get your retro games because y'all ain't gonna own anything. And like the quote of the day, and you will be happy. Keep complaining, keep crying. I already got my retro games. I don't care. Gangster, you're selfish. You're only worried about yourself. No. If I was so worried about myself, I wouldn't be telling y'all to get retro games. If anything, y'all raising the price for me telling you this information. What are you talking about? Retro games is going up because y'all people are seeing it too and they buying them. So I could be selfish, and give you the false promises that these games and you own them, so I could buy my retro games for cheap, or should I say on the low, while you paying a premium for this lousy ass license key. I'm telling y'all to get everything you need, right? How many times I keep telling y'all, get your retro games. You want classic games? Do that. You investing your money full on $60, $70 on games you don't own, games you can't share to your children, games you can't share to your nieces and nephews is pointless. That's why I stopped caring about it. That's why I just say I'll play them on Game Pass when they're there. Not because I think Game Pass, well, it's a really good service, but at the end of the day, I know we don't own anything. So why does it bother you? You feel me? Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, man. Like I said, man, I just wanted to touch up on the Nintendo situation because I just find it so funny that you guys are blaming Nintendo for this, but yet Nintendo ain't the one coming up with these game key cards. And I'm not saying they won't, but until Nintendo decides to do it on their own, then you guys have an argument. But as of right now, third party going to do this for everybody. Take care. Peace out.